to be 34 and I have no family. Because my dad had 2 kids by the time he was 27.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you know what the problem is, though? It's definitely not me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's everybody else.
So, Tim ass, motherfucking ass, beanie man, bald bitch Pool is at it again, folks. YouTube star Tim Pool's news site collapses amid allegations that he took a cat hostage. Let's go, folks. All is not well in the burgeoning media empire of YouTube political commentator Timothy Pool, amid an acrimonious falling out over who controls the future of a digital news site that Pool helped launch. The YouTube star is facing accusations from former partners that he used a cat named Betsy as a hostage in business negotiations, only handing the pet over after police were called. What? Can you believe it? He was trying to use my cat as leverage, said Emily Moley, Betsy's owner and a former Pool business partner. Imagine being a former Pool business partner. What? Pool says he never had custody of the cat, whose return to Mali was eventually arranged through an animal shelter and a Maryland sheriff's lieutenant. When he's not facing cat-related accusations, Pool is living the life of a YouTube star. His videos, based on Pool's background as a liberal reporter who became a Trump voter after feeling alienated from the modern left, have amassed more than 1.1 billion cumulative views. He has a $1 million mansion in the Maryland woods, complete with a podcast studio and a skate park. Donald Trump invited him to the White House. Pool's business has boomed, even as he faces accusations that he's a major vector for right-wing disinformation. Reminder, Tim Pool said that Donald Trump would win in a 49-state landslide. He could have been, right? He could have been unreasonable, right? He could have been like, if he would have said 50 states, he'd be like, look at Tim Pool, 50 state land, obviously that. But he was like, you know what? I'm going to meet in the middle. I'm going to take the logical centrist approach, 49 state landslide. Now, as we know, Donald Trump lost the 2020 election by a lot. So let's keep reading. Pool's business has boomed. A recent report from a consortium of election integrity groups listed Pool alongside the likes of Donald Trump Jr. and pro-Trump lawyer Sidney Powell as a super spreader for false election information. That doesn't appear to dissuade his more than 3 million YouTube subscribers who can pay $21.99 for a t-shirt bearing the image of Pool's trademark. I can't read that sentence. I really can't read that sentence, motherfucker. I'm gonna keep trying. Okay. That doesn't appear to dissuade his more than 3 million YouTube subscribers who can pay $21.99 for a t-shirt bearing the image of Pool's trademark beanie. The allegations that Pool used a cat as a bargaining chip in a business dispute go beyond the fate of Betsy, who is now back with Molly in Los Angeles. The fracas sheds new light on how Pool and his co-founders failed to launch a news site amid infighting, despite more than $1 million in crowdfunding backing. $1 million. Imagine raising $1 million motherfucking dollars. That's it. That's my thought. Just imagine raising $1 million. Jesus Christ. This year was supposed to be the time that Pool's news company approached 50 staffers and opened satellite offices in Los Angeles and Chicago, according to a pitch deck shown to investors. Instead, Pool has wondered whether his site even exists anymore as an ongoing concern. Imagine, right? You invest $1 million into Tim Pool, and then he steals a cat, and then there is no one. I'm
about to be 34 and I have no family. I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
Yo, this is a long article. Do I read this whole thing? I don't think I want to. Anyway, fuck Tim Pool. All my homies hate Tim Pool. Imagine, 1, spending $22 for a fucking t-shirt with a beanie on that. And then 2, imagine stealing a cat. And then 3, imagine being almost 34 and having no family.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. Because my dad had 2 kids by the time he was 27.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you know what the problem is, though? It's definitely not me. Mm-hmm. I think it's...
No good, really bad for you. No good, really bad for you.
Oh, man.